Ryan interview, take one. Mark?
My name is Ryan Anderson, and Gypsy Rose Blanchard is my fiance. I first learned about Gypsy watching her story. Her story, just hit me. And I thought, gosh, she's cute. Like one of those things where I was like, Gypsy's very cute. Tiger King was very popular at the time. And so my friend said, oh, I really want to write Tiger King. And I said, okay, well, I'll make a deal with you. I said, you write Tiger King, I'll write Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And that's what happened.
The thing that stuck out the most about Ryan's letter is not only how genuine it came across, but also how funny he is. His sense of humor was great, and I just vibed with that very well.
She's talked to a lot of people, but she chose a Louisiana boy for a reason, I guess. But I made her laugh, and that was the most important thing.
My mother always told me that I would never find love for myself. I would never find true happiness with another person. But that didn't stop me from trying. So I wrote him back.
Ryan and I, our relationship is it's goofy. It's a little bit of everything. I think he compliments me really well. He has more of a softer side. He calms, almost like a storm that's inside my soul.
When I heard Gypsy's story, I felt sad for her. I felt like I couldn't judge her for that. I understood why she did it. Gypsy felt like this was the only way out. When I wrote the letter to Gypsy, I really just thought she would get it and read it and be like, oh, that's sweet. Thank you for reaching out, and be like, okay, and just stick it in her stack of other letters. I did not expect anything from it. Well, I was on my lunch break, and all of a sudden I got an email from Gypsy, and it was like a request for me to email her back. And I remember looking at it and being like, whoa, like my letter must have touched her some way, because I did not expect her to write me back. Like, it was one of those where I got it and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I just couldn't believe it. I was dumbfounded. And I remember running back into my office and being like, hey, Gypsy Rose Blanchard requested for me to write her back. I was like, what do I do? And my friend was like, well, you write her back, sign all that stuff up. I was like, okay, cool. And download the app and send her an email like, hey, and I wrote a long email. I was like, obviously you got my letter, and, just went from there. Like, and just was like, I can't believe you wrote back to me. Like, why did you choose me? And that's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, what made her choose me to write me back? Because she gets letters all over the place, all the time.
All right, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, do you care if I record you?
Okay. So I had an appointment with the chaplain today, and I brought a dress envelope to you.
Awesome.
So all you have to do is present that to the recorder of deeds to apply for the marriage license.
Awesome, baby.
I know Gypsy's the one because I feel it. You can feel that connection with somebody that you had. I do believe I am the Prince Charming that Gypsy's been waiting for her whole life. I really do believe that. When Gypsy gets out, I plan on supporting her and doing what a husband's supposed to do to his wife. I'm a 6th grade social studies teacher. So I'm a teacher, I do okay. Yeah. I live in Louisiana and she's in Missouri. And I help raise my nephew with my mother. But we are looking for a place right now for just me and her.
When I met Ryan, he was devoting his life to raising his nephew. I saw that as a sign that he is going to make a very good dad someday.
Part of me thinks that sometimes Gypsy might need saving, but at the same time, I need saving too. She saved me as much as I saved her. She deserves the best, especially with everything that's happened.
About 3 months ago, she had called me and she said, Mom, I need to tell you something. Ryan and I want to get married. And I just was silent for a half a minute, I'll say. Don't get married. Why now? Why rush?
Christy keeps telling me, why don't you live with him first and then see where things go? And I don't think that they understand that when someone is on parole, they have to parole to a family member.
When we found out about this engagement with Ryan, I wish they would wait a little bit, but I mean, it's marriage, it's a piece of paper. She can get a divorce after. They don't have any kids or any assets, so I just want her to be happy, especially after what happened to her.
This was 2014. How old she would have been in 2014? 22, 23. She looks like she's 12. She doesn't look like she's in her 20s. This poor child. Gypsy's growth has been amazing. From this little meek girl, from our first conversation to not wanting to talk and being reserved, which I don't blame her, you know, because of what she grew up hearing about me from her mom. Till now, she has a backbone. She says what she wants. She has no problem saying how she feels. Sometimes I ask her, you sure I didn't have you? You know? I want to say that I kind of helped her become who she is in that sense, because I don't sugarcoat with her. I've always sort of speak your truth, you know, be proud. And she's sticking up for herself where she wouldn't before. You know, she got hounded a good bit when she was in prison, you know, for a while. And then she started growing a backbone and just saying, I'm gonna tell you this, and if you don't like it, well, I'm sorry. She's not the same girl. Not at all, not even close. It's a total transformation. I mean, just to see her have hair was enough. But her confidence level is amazing. You know, she's tough cookie. She's tough.